raised a colossal sum of money on your own to finance this thing. How much was it?
Well, we needed $2 million basically, and that was a lot more than 6 million. I don't know, but and above all, there was one way we could get the money was by the sponsors, because we had to sell the program station by station, because the three networks wouldn't take it from an outsider. And so that we had to sell the advertising, and of course people were saying about the advertising. One guy said to me, you'll never get this money. Half the advertisers you're approaching wouldn't have had anything to do with Nixon when he was president. And the other half are trying to make people forget that they did. So
and you financed it yourself. I mean, of all the things you've done in your extraordinary career, does that remain the great high?
Well, I think it was a real landmark, certainly a real landmark. And certainly in terms of raising that money, and we were into the interviews when one of the backers got out, stepped out, and I was interviewing one day, and then next day I'm getting on the phone and so on. So it was really hairy in that way, and exciting that we managed to pull it off.
When you got the confession, when you got the apology to the American people, which nobody expected, it was completely unprecedented, and became this historic admission of guilt, really. How did you feel then as the interviewer when he came out with those words?
A sense of euphoria or joy, I guess, and at the same time with quite a bit of exhaustion because that last 2.5 hours pushing him to go further, him finding being pushed further very difficult to deal with, coming face to face, and I was saying to him at one point, if you don't say that, you'll regret it for the rest of your life. And the last 20 minutes built into that and so on, and he was, by the end of it, we were both drained actually, so we didn't instantly jump for joy. I didn't jump for joy afterwards because it had been such a training and worthwhile and historic experience, but I mean, it was just at that time.
What have been your other great career highlights, your personal favourites, the moments you look back on and think, that was amazing?
Well, there are odd lines for some people out there. Desmond Tutu, for instance, I said to him once, now, I always think of you as an optimist. And he said, I'm not an optimist, I'm a prisoner of hope. Great phrase, a great prisoner of hope. And indeed, Nelson Mandela also, the thing of saying, how was it that you got through 28 years, you were wrongly incarcerated, and you're not bitter. Some people say he found religion or other, but you're not bitter. And he, instead of basking in the tribute, as it were, he said, David, I would like to be bitter, but there is no time to be bitter. There is work to be done. Because that was just before the election of '93, which of course he won.
Wonderfully eloquent man, isn't he?
Yeah, amazing, and with a wonderful, expressive voice. Sammy Davis Jr. I was doing the talk show in New York, and he was so generous with his talent. He did about 8 songs, which he didn't have to do. I mean, with our band.
Well, some say he was the most talented entertainer of all.
Yes, he's the greatest all-round entertainer of all time. And at the end of that first show, he said at the end of the show, he said, thank you so much, he said. And I said, nonsense. I'm the one who should be saying thank you so much for your generosity and your talent and so on. And he said, when I want to give a friend of mine a present, I don't like to buy something in the shop and give them something new. I like to give them something of my own. And he took off his beautiful diamond watch and gave it to me.
Really?
As a present. Yeah, and I was so moved by that. For 12 years, it was easily my most precious possession, emotionally as well. And one day it was stolen, alas, 12 years later from a hotel. But it was just such a moment. And it was an amazing watch with diamonds around it, and it was a fantastically emotional gift,
We're going to go on a short break. When we come back, I want to talk to you about America and your views on President Obama.
All right.
We think you're incredibly complex, and we find that fascinating. It's your most intriguing feature. That's why we spend so much time getting to know all the details that make you, you. Because we don't match you on the little things, we match you on the important things. It's why eHarmony gives you a better chance at finding that someone who is uniquely right for you. Let us help you find the love of your life. Start on eHarmony today with your free personality profile.
A lot of times things are right underneath our feet, and all we need to do is change the way we're thinking about them. A couple decades ago, we didn't even realize just how much natural gas was trapped in rocks thousands of feet below us. Technologies made it possible to safely unlock this clean and burning natural gas. These deposits could provide us with fuel for 100 years, providing energy security and economic growth all across this country. It just takes somebody having the idea, and that's where the discovery comes from.
I love it in a car. How do I get rid of this?
So let's think about this. It makes perfect sense the best place to find a car is also the best place to sell them. Autotrader.com. I mean, everyone knows that Autotrader.com and their ginormous quantity of serious shoppers is the place to go to sell a car. But now there's something new. Introducing the Trade-In Marketplace. A brand new way to get an offer on your car that's 100% backed by Autotrader.com. And it's free. Get started right now at Autotrader.com and fill in some information on your car. Within minutes, you'll get an offer on your car that you can print from your computer. Simply have a participating dealer verify your information and then use that offer to trade in your car or walk off with a nice fat check. It's that easy.